Let's get going, shall we?
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Mother Tongue, the YouTube channel. So today we are super excited. I especially am very excited because I've known Marianne for several years now. I would like to say
5 or 6.
Yes, so Marianne was the first person that taught me Pilates, and we had many an interesting conversation whilst on the reformer. Don't know if that's usual, but anyway, we today are going to be, longevity-wise, going to be talking about meditation. But before we get to that, I think let's start with backing the truck up. You need to introduce yourself for one, and tell us how on earth you got to the journey of implementing meditation into your classes.
Into my classes. So hi, I'm Marianne. I've got 2 little boys, and I think that's been a big part of me having to introduce meditation into my life, because as we all know, the demands of motherhood and the business are quite hectic sometimes. I originally trained as a Pilates instructor, and like you said, that's how we met. I came to specialize into core adjacent issues because I just enjoyed core work, and then after my first child was born, I had a very long recovery because the first childbirth experience was not what I would call ideal, and so I just came to specialize into pre and postnatal issues, women's health issues, and funnily enough, I started training more men as well for their chronic pelvic pain issues as well as lower back problems. And where did I go from there? I think I started educating more trainers because I realized there was a bit of a gap in the region, and that led me to a more holistic view of my own practice and of other people's. So I guess that's how I introduced meditation into my classes.
Amazing.
In 2017, I remember Adam was, my eldest was probably 6 months old, and I was really struggling with quite a few physical issues. And I was struggling because I couldn't find anyone in the medical community who was able to help. And so, when you feel like you're bouncing off one doctor's office to another. And I think my sleep got worse, and a friend / client at the time told me, why don't you try? And so I started with, Headspace and Calm and all these very short guided meditations. But I feel like in the beginning, it's a much easier way to be introduced to it than the more transcendental meditations.
So you would say to people to start with these types of apps?
Particularly if they're not super spiritual.
Yeah.
I would start with things that are not too hippy-dippy and not too no, but I mean, I'm quite spiritual myself, but I was raised in quite an atheist household, I would say, very secular, and it's sometimes very hard to access these layers when at first you usually go to meditation because you're trying to either get your sleep to improve or calm down or not snap at clients.
Yeah.
No, but at first it's quite pragmatic. So no matter how spiritual you are. So yeah, I would say it's easier to start with someone guiding you, because as we all know, what it does to the brain is it creates these new neural pathways, and it's actually been proven scientifically to do so. So what it does is it brings you into these new pathways, but you have to have a bit of help. At least that was my experience.
I agree. And you know what? For me personally, I felt that it made me feel more comfortable if I were able to do something off the back of a nap.
Yeah.
Rather than sitting in a meditation class, for example, but obviously pre-COVID
and
times.
And it's very long as well.
Yes. But you always feel a lot of pressure on yourself.
You do.
If you walk out of there and people are saying to one another, oh my gosh, that was a fabulous experience, and you're not feeling that yourself.
You mean.
Exactly.
And it's also that a lot of people start meditating because they want their anxiety levels to reduce. But sitting with yourself for 30 minutes without anyone talking to you to begin with can be quite anxiety inducing. So I find that I remember going to a retreat maybe in 2014, so before becoming a mom, before becoming an instructor, and we had these 45-minute meditations after yoga. And all the
intense.
worst images or episodes of my childhood would come up, and so I wasn't ready for that long a trip and for that lonely a trip. Now I am, but back then the idea of a 10-day silence meditation would have killed me.
Crikey, that sounds quite
Yeah,
intense.
I love that.
How long, in your personal experience, would you say that it takes someone to be able to go beneath the layers? Like, how long should they try meditation for before they're kind of like, do you know what, I'm throwing the towel in, it's not for me?
It depends on how regular they are. I think the thing is, I would say, don't question don't look for results within the first 2 days, and just tell yourself, for 6 weeks I'm going to try 3 minutes a day or 4 minutes a day, or if you can 10 minutes a day. But I know that's a huge commitment for people who have children in particular, but anything with consistency, and then it will grow on you if you let the brain do work its magic. But I do think it's all about consistency.
You're right.
I don't think you'll stop if you're consistent at first. Just like with anything else, just like with changing your diet, or I'm not saying dieting, I'm saying changing your diet or getting into a new routine, exercise routine. It's the same. It's at first you're like so frustrated. Or think about learning a language. You learn a language. The first 2 years you're like, why am I doing this? I can hardly say my name.
Yeah.
Like, my name is. And then all of a sudden you're fluent. But it's just that, again, thinking neurologically, you've got to not question it. So some days I'm sitting there and my mind is going in a lot of places, and it takes me a lot more effort to bring it back home. And I'm like, oh, if I'm going to be like this, I should give up. And then I tell myself no, because that's the actual work. The actual work is do it on the day when, and if you stick with it, when you're not doing a great job at meditating, that's how you become a better meditator, I guess. But I'm no expert. I'm someone who's done it for herself, who's seen major improvements in a lot of areas in her life, and who had, I've decided to offer this to my people. But
the proof is in the pudding, and you're so when you do something yourself, I think it comes across very well, and you're able to talk from a personal experience, which is what I love, that you have then gone through this journy and now sharing it with others.
Me, I was anything but calm. I wouldn't say I'm calm now, but it's just I feel calmer.
And you've also probably grown an awful lot through becoming a mom and so on and so forth.
I see a lot of people who become moms and don't grow, to be honest. I do think you can use it as an opportunity, or you can use it as a way, just like with any experience in life, you can use it to grow, or you can use it to just reinforce what you think is right. So I do find that if you use it as an opportunity to grow, it's a great experience for
Absolutely.
you and the people around you.
1000%. Can you
stop?
Oh yeah, we don't.
I'm sure they know.
We cut the bullshit. We tell our viewers that we find things very tough. But my final question is, tell us a little bit about the meditation that we're going to have a little bit of a taster of.
So it's a prenatal meditation, because that was the task today, and that's one I've introduced at the end of reformer classes. So people who come for reformer don't really want to spend too much time meditating or relaxing, but so it's a relatively short meditation. It's a mix of mindfulness, so a bit of breath oriented work, and visualization, which are two of the I would say guided meditations that I conduct these days. I myself practice from time to time, not from time to time, every day, Vedic as well, which is where you have a mantra and you try to stay with the mantra and you use it as an anchor, so Vedic or transcendental. But in a class setup, unless you've got people who are practicing meditation on their own, it's not always ideal. So that's what we'll do today. We'll see. You'll see. I don't want to spoil
I'm
it.
excited.
First, I'd like you to take a moment to sit or lay down on your side, feeling very comfortable. You want to be as comfortable as possible. You're going to feel some points of contact between maybe your sit bones and the mat or your bed or couch. I want you to be aware of them for now. And if you're laying down on your side, well, you might feel your rib cage expanding against the bed or the couch. So just gently close your eyes and take a few moments to settle into that space, feeling these points of contact and breathing into them. Start lengthening your breath, but without forcing it too much. Take a deep breath in. Feel the belly and the pelvis expand. Breathe into these parts of your body. And breathe out, softening into your own skin, softening into the mat or into your bed. Breathing in, feeling the expansion, relaxing deeply. Breathing out, making room for your baby as you keep your stomach nice and relaxed, very soft. A couple more deep breaths, breathing in fully. Very deep, very low, all the way into the surface you're either laying down on or sitting on. And breathing out to soften into your own body. We're going to start visualizing some elements of nature, so mountain, flowers, snow, and we're going to embody their features, their main features. That's our meditation and visualization for today. Let's begin. Take a deep breath in, see yourself as a mountain, tall, steady, and as you breathe out, feeling stable, feeling grounded. Once again, deep breath in. See yourself as a mountain, and breathing out, embodying the qualities of stability, groundedness, power even. Now breathe in, see yourself as the snow crowning that mountain, the snow at the top of that mountain, basking in the sun. Breathe out, feeling fresh, poised, present, but melting. Breathing in, soft, fresh, and breathing out to feel poised, but also to allow yourself to soften into the sun. Good. Now breathe in, feel as though you're a flower blossoming, fresh and open. A rose maybe, but any flower of your choice really works. And as you breathe out, feel ready, feel confident. Once again, breathing in and covering all the sense, and breathing out, sense of your choice. One last time, breathing in, flower blossoming, and breathing out, feeling ready. Keep your eyes closed for now. And for the next minute or so, I'd like you to repeat that sentence. I am ready. I am ready. Only if it feels right. If it doesn't feel right, or if it doesn't ring quite true, then tell yourself, I'm exploring ways of feeling ready, and I will be. I'm committed to finding ways of feeling ready, and I will be. Stay there for the next few breaths, embodying all the features, all the qualities we described earlier.
thinking, I am ready. Deep breaths in, out. On the next in-breath, notice how the air is probably reaching the sit bones again or the rib cage again. Feel these points of contact. Come back to this room, this time, this moment. And when you're ready, open your eyes. This is a great visualization to do in your third trimester in particular, as you prepare for childbirth. I hope it helped. I hope you feel all the qualities we've described. I hope you feel stable, grounded, fresh, ready, and I'll see you soon.
Enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed this marvellous meditation. I feel like it really connected with Elle, obviously being in third trimester.
I'm going to be listening to this on repeat. I'm not going to lie.
I think you should. So
it was lovely.
Really hope it helps some of you mamas out there. For anyone who would like to give Marianne a follow, please tell everyone where they can find you.
So the easiest way is to go to my Instagram page, Marianne.Coreconnect. So Coreconnect is the name of the company. And on that page you can find the email address, how to contact us, and there's also a little page with all the courses that I offer for pre and post, not just for instructors, for mamas as well.
And I highly recommend these.
Amazing. And as always, everyone, if you'd like to say hello to us, you can find us at We Are Mother Tongue. Feel free to give this a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and do not forget to subscribe. Until next time, everyone, thank you. Bye.
Bye.